Hello and welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. Today I'm going to talk about Daystar Peterson, aka Tory Lanez. So we're just getting news that Tory Lanez was attacked at a California state prison where he was being held, and it was quite serious, at least serious enough that he had to be transported outside of the prison for treatment. So he was removed from the prison premises temporarily to receive treatment, and the news coming out is that the attack was quite serious. He was attacked with a sharp object. I don't know if it was a knife or an object that was sharpened into a blade, but someone who has connections to the prison is also reporting that there was a trail of blood that led away, when they took him. And even though reports are coming out that it is not life-threatening, others are saying that it is very, very serious. Since that prison has its own clinic, but they chose to transport him outside of the prison to get treatment, that makes me think that it might be actually very serious. I was surprised to learn that Tory Lanez stays in general population. Being that he's a celebrity, I would think that he would be segregated from other people, because there's some people, not just celebrities, but there's some politicians or even law enforcement that are not housed in the same place as the general population for their own safety. So I'm not sure why he was not segregated from everybody else. There's some people are saying that that was suggested to him, but he declined it because he wanted to be with the general population. I'm not sure why he would decline that. I mean, it's obviously for his own safety. I think that a lot of these celebrities do not understand that the people that are likely to go after them in this violent way go after them not necessarily because they know them personally or because they even have any beef with them. It is because they are famous. And there's a lot of people that believe that you will become as famous as the person that you attack. There's a lot of people that are out of their minds that truly believe this, and in a sense, it is kind of true. So the celebrities need to understand that even if you do not have a personal problem with someone, some people will still come after you just to be able to say that, they did that to you. They use it to brag. We see that all the time. I've personally seen an interview of this guy that bragged about attacking another rapper, and the rapper did nothing to him. He just wanted to get his name out there as the person that attacked this rapper, and that was reason enough. So I'm surprised that Tory Lanez chose general population. I guess one of the reasons I can think of why he would do this is because maybe he thought that would make the experience less painful, because if he's among other people and he's able to mingle, then that would be an easier time because time will go faster, when you're, making friends or something. So that's what I can think of, because I can't imagine what he thinks the advantage would be of staying in general population as a celebrity. And he released an album that's doing pretty well. That is good news for him. It is not good news for somebody else that is in that prison that has no hope of either getting out or they have no hope of succeeding in life. And it is very easy for people like that to be jealous or envious of what Tory Lanez has. Especially since his album did pretty well. And that news probably got back to them, and that alone is reason enough for somebody to want to attack him or to want to attach their name to Tory Lanez. So while we don't know who attacked him or why they did, I'm assuming it could be a million different reasons, and we don't have that news yet. However, if it is true that it was offered to him to be segregated from general population and he declined it, my advice will be for him to agree to that and get out of general population, because if he is attacked this easily, who is to say that people will not begin to see him as an easier target? And this could happen again, and who knows, it might be even more serious next time. We don't wish this on anybody, no matter who it is. So it is a scary situation. I think this is one of the scariest things about prison, is that you actually have to know how to protect yourself. If you do not have the kind of name that would have you segregated from the general population, then you just have to learn how to protect yourself. Better yet, do not commit the crime that's going to put you in this kind of situation. Since the report is still very recent, we don't know where he was when this happened, because we're hearing some people say that he was out in the yard, and then others are saying that he wasn't when it happened. One thing that is common, though, from all of these sources is that it was done by an inmate, okay, not a worker. There has been no statements by his family or his close friends or anybody that used to be associated with him but no longer is. I'm sure his dad will leave a statement because he's very vocal about anything regarding Tory. He's very protective of his son, so he might be making a statement later. But so far, all we know is that he is in critical condition, and it is quite serious. So as far as whether or not it is life-threatening, like I said earlier, we're getting mixed news about that. So nobody really knows yet because it just happened not that long ago. In true social media fashion, people are making fun of what he's going through, and they're leaving crazy comments and memes. They're saying stuff like perhaps he fell on glass, and was there footage? How do we know it really happened? You know, stuff that came out, when he had his incident with Meg. And even some people are already blaming Meg for this. They're turning their anger on her, as if she had something to do with this. I don't know what people hope to accomplish from just the constant spread of hate and criticism. The one question that people should be asking is who did it and why, but nobody seems to be asking that. But, that is something that's gonna come out eventually, I believe. I doubt if that person will be able to hide. And, the thing is, a lot of people who do stuff like this don't even want to hide. They want to be known as the person who did that, unless they have a short prison term that they need to serve and they want to get out without having to spend more time. Otherwise, if it is somebody who is there long term or maybe even serving life, they will not care if their name is known. So they probably would be the ones to let people know that they did it. So I think it won't be long. We will probably figure out who is really to blame. But as far as blaming an artist or a rapper that's out here who has nothing to do with this, I don't know what there is to gain from it except to just continue to fan this flame of conflict that's been going on for a long time between them, and I don't think that's going to end anytime soon. But yeah, I hope he pulls through. This is a crazy thing for anybody to go through. I do think when people commit crimes, they should serve their time. I just don't agree with an inmate attacking another inmate in this manner. This is not death row. He was not put there to lose his life. He was there to serve his time and leave. And I think that that's what should happen. I don't think it's okay for anybody to wish evil or like harm on anyone else. And it's just, otherwise, how are you different from the person serving time? It's like, how are you different? So yeah, that's the news on Tory. We will see what comes out regarding this situation. And thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.